just being here, man, this is off the chain. Just look at everybody.
Just beautiful.
And just look at me. I know I'm clean. So are you. But listen, all jokes aside, it's such an honor. One thing I like about this brother here is he understands the value. Can you hear me okay? I can speak up. I'm a Baptist preacher. The one thing about Brother Yards I enjoy is he understands the value of going back home. People always say, well, the issue with the West Side is folks got money and left. And listen, there's nothing wrong with that. You should live where you can afford to live. The issue is you physically leave, but you also spiritually leave. Your heart, your time, the memories, everything that, like she said, that she grew up in, you take with you. If you live in North Las Vegas, you may not have ever even lived on the West Side. But if this is where your people is, you live on the West Side, right? I mean, you don't have to necessarily live to live, but you make sure that everything you do, you keep it home. No other community thinks how we think. How other communities think, let's take this Asian bill, for example. When they had this Asian hate going on, you had Asians from other countries and so on and so forth flying here. Like, hold on, our cousin got some issues, we finna pull up. If y'all remember the LA riots in '92 when they was burning down the Korean businesses, I know from documentaries and research, you had Koreans, merchants, and other Korean places, specifically Chicago, flying to LA. Like, we're not finna have this, because if it gets out of hand in LA, they're gonna come for the business in Chicago. So you had other Koreans pulling up with rifles. They didn't live in that area, they didn't even live in LA. But guess what? That's their people. See, we have this mentality, my name Bennett, I'm not in it. No, the sister that's on cocaine in this area, that is your responsibility. The children, the old ladies that's walking home getting their purchase snacks, that's your responsibility. When we leave here today, we gonna go, our team, we gonna change our clothes, we doing a neighborhood patrol at 7 o'clock. How many men are gonna come with us to the patrol? We come to this to drink champagne and look all sharp, but when it's time to put that work in, we MIA, you feel me? See, it's cool to look good and eat steak and lobster and shrimp, but the real work is after. This is the networking. This is the beautiful thing. I'm not knocking it at all. But the work comes when you realize, okay, we on the West Side, we networked, we built, we look good, now let's actually put some substance here. If not, this is in vain. And the symbolism of us being on the West Side is about celebrating our history. And the word history is stories. If you knew the story, if most of us knew the history of Las Vegas, we say Vegas don't have culture. That offends me. I'm from Chicago, one of the greatest cities in the world. But I understand there is culture here. But people that say that are the same ones that just talk. Vegas don't have no history. Oh, shut up. Because what are you doing to bring some history here, to bring some culture here? You complain, but what you gonna do to contribute? See, I don't do the doer, the talking, I'm a doer. People talk that talk, but don't walk the walk. And if we educate our community on the history, the story of the West Side, they talk about Black Wall Street. This was our Black Wall Street. Every black-owned business, every building you see was black. Every hotel, the Sammy Davis Jr. them, Josephine Baker, Harry Belafonte, when they got treated like trash on the strip, they couldn't wait to come here. That was a job for them. We go get paid, sing, walk out the back door. The party's over here. So if we talk about that history, because again, I'm gonna say this and I'm gonna sit on down, knowledge of self is what's gonna change our communities.
That part.
We talk about we need money, we need to get in cryptocurrency, you need knowledge. Because let's just keep it 100. If they gave every black person $1 million right now, we're gonna be the brokest community in 6 months. We Gucci up with no ownership. We Rolls Royce up with no ownership. But knowledge, somebody say knowledge. I like calling it knowledge. Somebody say knowledge.
Knowledge.
Come on, somebody. Knowledge of self produces love of self. See, we have to wear the Gucci and all that to feel secure. We don't love ourselves. Ain't no wrong wearing a nice brand. I would never call it a name brand. Because he come out with a line, his fashion line ain't name brand. We call name brands European brands. They're not name brands to me. If this man say my company is called SOS Clothing, that's name brand to me. Because that's my people. See, I don't think white ice is colder. So when we understand that and we get love for self, we don't need substance to feel whole. And once you love yourself, now you can then do for self. So the reason why this community looks like this is because there's no love in this community. But if we start with the knowledge, we can build this community up. With that being said, I'm going to leave us with a word of prayer, and we're going to bless the food. Bow your heads. Father, in the name of all the names that we may pray and call you, we thank you for this opportunity. We ask that you keep your hand on Brother Yards. Bless him.